Flat Earth Society. Many of us don't know about it. So in this video, let me explain you what it is and what it actually does. Whenever we talk about the shape of the earth, then definitely one shape that clicks to your mind is the spherical. It is okay to say that our earth is spherical. Actually, it is not spherical, it is oblate spheroid. But there are some people who are not ready to accept it also. They are saying that our earth is flat, and this is the organization which is known as Flat Earth Society. This is an organization which is not ready to accept whatever explanations are made by our scientists behind different natural phenomena, and they have given their own hypothesis on the basis of assumption that our earth is flat. The leading flat earth theory states that our earth is a disk with the Arctic Circle in the center, and they also say that Antarctica is a 150-foot tall wall of ice which is around the circumference of our earth. So first we should know hypothesis given behind the occurrence of day and night on the basis of assumption that our earth is flat. So according to flat earth assumption, earth's day and night cycle is explained by positing that the sun and moon are spheres measuring 32 miles, that is 51 kilometers, and that move in circle which is 3000 miles above the plane of our earth. So when we talk about the stars, then according to this Flat Earth Society, they say that these stars move in a plane which is around 3100 miles up. They also say that these celestial bodies, that is our sun and our moon, keeps revolving around our earth, and just like a spotlight, these celestial spheres illuminate different portions of the earth in a 24-hour cycle. Now a problem named eclipse has arisen in this type of assumption, and they have assumed that anti-moon is there which is responsible for eclipse. It will be interesting to know that how they have contradicted the hypothesis of gravity. So they say that the objects do not accelerate downward. Instead, the disk of the earth accelerates upward at 32 feet per second square, driven by a mysterious force which is known as dark energy. Now, as for what lies underneath the disk of our earth, this is unknown, but most of the flat earthers believe that it is composed of rocks. The pictures from space show our world as a globe, and yet somehow there are people who argue that the earth is flat. Let us know that what they say about these pictures taken from satellite view. Flat earthers believe that the earth is a flat disk ringed by an ice wall. All those elegant models of a round earth that perfectly explains different natural phenomena such as seasons and occurrence of day and night, they all are lies and covers up. It is said by the flat earth believers. And whenever they are asked that what about the pictures of the round earth taken from the space, then they say that it is government conspiracies. Then they are asked that what about the fact that you can see ships disappearing first over the curve of the horizon with your own eyes. Then they have different explanation for this. Robotham, who was also a flat earth believer, produced studies that purported to show that the effects of the ship disappearing below the horizon could be explained by the laws of perspective in relation to the human eye. So we have seen that how they are explaining different phenomena which were explained on the basis of assumption that our earth is oblate spheroid. They do not stop at only this. They have made a claim that GPS devices are rigged to make airplane pilots think that they are flying in a straight lines around a sphere when they are actually flying in a circles above a disk. Now let us see that how they have responded whenever it comes to explanation of the season of our earth. So this picture and upcoming picture will definitely clear your mind that how they have represented the hypothesis behind different seasons of our earth. Whenever we are talking about some of the flat earth believers, then they have become creative to prove it, and it includes conspiracy theorist D. Marvel. Once, while he was traveling through a flight, he carried a spirit level with him. He was to check whether the plane's nose would dip to compensate for curvature of the earth, and he said that I recorded a 23 minute and 45 second time lapse, which by those measurements means the plane traveled a little over 203 miles. According to spherical trigonometry given to explain the heliocentric model, this should have resulted in the compensation of 5 miles of curvature, but nothing such happened. Now let's see that what oblate spheroid believers say about this observation made by him. So they say that aircraft altitude is measured by atmospheric pressure. The aircraft is usually flown at an altitude that maintains constant ambient pressure, which is definitely by pilot or autopilot. Changes in local barometric pressure are used to recalibrate the aircraft altimeter. As long as the aircraft is flown at a constant ambient pressure, it will be following the Earth's curvature. as the altitude is measured from the surface, which is curved and not a plane. So if you want to know more about this topic, that is Flat Earth Society, then you should visit Flat Earth Society wiki. If you liked the information provided to you, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe.